Hey, welcome back to another episode of Lingo Dots Podcasts. I have a question for you. What if a funny man became the leader of a country?
Wait, what? A comedian? Leading a country? That sounds crazy.
I know, right? But guess what? This really happened in Ukraine. A man named Volodymyr Zelensky became the president, and today we'll talk all about it.
Wow, I can't wait. How does someone go from making jokes to running a country?
Well, get ready! This story is full of surprises. Let's dive in. So, here's a fun fact. Did you know that Volodymyr is the Ukrainian way to say Vladimir? It's the same name, but said a little differently in each language.
No way. So Zelensky and Putin kind of share the same name?
Yep, just spelled and spoken differently. Pretty interesting, right? Now, let's talk a bit about where Zelensky comes from.
Sure. Was he always into politics?
Not really. He was born into an academic family. His father was a scientist and taught at a university. His mom was an engineer.
Wow, that's a smart family.
Very! And here's another cool fact. Both his parents are from Jewish families, which makes him the first Jewish president of Ukraine.
That's really cool. But I heard some people still called him a Nazi, even though he's Jewish.
Yes, strange, right? But that's just some people trying to spread false ideas.
It sounds like Zelensky's life is already full of surprises, and we're just getting started.
Exactly. Next, we'll talk about his life before becoming president. Ready? Before Zelensky became president, he was an actor. Can you believe that?
Wait, really? So, he was on TV making jokes.
Yes. He started his career with a comedy team called Kvartal 95. They performed funny shows on TV. Zelensky wasn't just acting. He was also a businessman.
A businessman too? What kind of business did he do?
He and his friends from Kvartal 95 started a production company with the same name. They made TV shows and movies.
Wow, so he wasn't just a funny guy, he also ran a company. That's impressive.
Exactly. And it wasn't just any small company. They worked on big projects like the Ukrainian version of Dancing with the Stars.
That's so cool. Did Zelensky dance on the show too?
He did. And he did a great job. People loved him for it.
I bet everyone thought he'd stick to acting, not politics.
For sure. But here's a strange twist. Some of the people he worked with, like Russian directors, later supported Russia when the war started.
No way. That must feel really weird for Zelensky.
Yeah, it must. But life can be strange like that.
So he went from TV star to business owner. That's already a lot. But he wasn't done, right?
Not at all. His biggest surprise was still to come, turning a TV role into real-life politics. Let's talk about that next. So here's where the story gets really crazy. Zelensky acted in a TV show called Servant of the People.
What was it about?
In the show, he plays a teacher. One day, someone films him complaining about the government. The video goes viral, and guess what? He becomes the president in the show.
No way! So in the show, he's just a normal guy who becomes president?
Exactly. And here's the fun part. This show gave him the idea to run for president in real life.
Wait. You mean he decided to run for president because of the TV show?
Yes. And not only that, he even used the same name for his political party, Servant of the People.
That's wild. It's like the show came to life.
Totally. It felt like the lines between fiction and real life were blurred. People thought, if he can play a good president on TV, maybe he can be one in real life too.
That's so interesting. But did people take him seriously?
At first, not really. Many thought it was a joke, but his campaign became very popular, and more people started to support him.
That's amazing. It's like the perfect story. A TV actor becoming president.
Yeah, it sounds like a movie, right? But it really happened. And now, let's see why people decided to vote for him. So, why did people vote for Zelensky? I mean, choosing a comedian as president is a big decision.
Yeah. Were people just tired of the old politicians?
Exactly. Ukraine had many problems with corruption. People felt like politicians only cared about money and power, not the people.
Ah, so they wanted something new.
Yes, they were unhappy with the old leaders. They wanted someone different, someone who could change things, and Zelensky seemed like a fresh start.
I get that. Maybe they thought, we've tried all these politicians, why not give this funny guy a chance?
That's exactly what happened. He promised to make life better, fight corruption, and fix the economy. People believed in his words.
He must have been really good at talking to people, right?
Oh, yes. He's very charming and knows how to connect with people. It's like he brought a little bit of show business to politics.
That's so interesting. I bet it felt different from the usual boring speeches.
Totally. His campaign was fun and gave people hope. That's why so many voters said, why not? Let's try something new.
But still, it's a big leap. From making jokes to running a whole country.
It really is. But people were tired of broken promises from old politicians. They wanted a leader who could shake things up.
And Zelensky seemed like the perfect choice.
Exactly. Now let's see what happened when he finally became president. So Zelensky won the election with a big victory. Everyone was excited to see what he would do as president.
Did he start making changes right away?
Yes, he tried. One of his big promises was to fight corruption. He also wanted to make it easy for people to start businesses and get things like passports quickly.
That sounds really good. Did it work?
Well, he did make some changes, but it wasn't that easy. Some people thought his ideas were too simple, and others didn't like the way he gave jobs to his friends.
Wait, he gave jobs to his friends?
Yes! He hired about 30 of his old friends from Kvartal 95 to work in the government. Some people thought that was unfair.
That's a bit strange. But maybe he just trusted them, right?
Exactly. He trusted them, but it still made people wonder if that was the right thing to do.
And what about the economy? Did he help with that?
He did try. He made some new laws to help farmers and open the economy more. But some of these changes were not very popular.
It sounds like being president is harder than it looks.
Oh, for sure. Zelensky wanted to do a lot, but some things were harder to fix than he thought.
I guess people were hoping for fast changes, but it takes time, right?
Yes, exactly. And things got even harder when war came. But we'll get to that next. Everything changed on February 24th, 2022. That's the day Russia invaded Ukraine.
Oh no, that must have been so scary for everyone.
It really was. Many people thought Russia would take over Ukraine fast. They even told Zelensky to leave the country for his safety.
Did he leave?
No, he stayed. And he told everyone, I need ammunition, not a ride.
Wow, that's brave.
It really is. Staying in Ukraine gave people hope. They saw their president standing with them, even when things were dangerous.
That must have helped people feel strong.
Yes. He gave speeches every day, talking to the people and the army. He also asked other countries to help Ukraine.
Did other countries help?
Yes, many countries sent weapons and money to help Ukraine fight back.
Zelensky really knew how to keep people together during the hardest time.
He did. His leadership during the war made a big difference.
It sounds like he became more than just a president. He became a symbol of hope.
Exactly. But the story isn't over yet. Zelensky's journey has been full of ups and downs. He made big promises, and some things worked, but not everything went as planned.
That's true. But leading a country, especially during a war, is never easy.
Exactly. He stayed with his people during the hardest times and inspired the world.
Even if he made mistakes, you have to admire his courage.
Yes, for sure. His story shows that no leader is perfect, but hope and bravery can take you far.
What a journey.
And who knows what comes next? Zelensky's life is full of surprises.
For sure. It shows that anything is possible, even in the hardest times.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed learning about Zelensky's journey.
And don't forget to subscribe. We have more fun stories coming your way.
Hit that follow button so you never miss an episode.
See you next time on Lingo Dots Podcasts.